Hi! So here on my channel I haven't done much GUI development yet. But if I needed a GUI, what I normally did was I used Python with tkinter, and this gave me some small GUIs. But in this series of videos I want to show you how to create Qt GUI applications by using Qt Creator. But of course you can find a lot of better tutorials on Qt Creator than the one which I will be doing here. So to make this series a little bit more unique, I will also show you how to access the hardware through a Qt GUI. And in today's video, I will show you how to install Qt Creator, and we will create a small Hello World QT GUI today. So here on my system, I'm in a virtual machine and I'm running Fedora LXQT. The reason why I choose the desktop environment LXQT is if I am doing Qt development, I want to do it in a Qt-based desktop environment. And there are two big Qt-based desktop environments out there. There is KDE and LXQT. And I choose LXQT because it's a little bit lighter and I prefer lighter desktop environments for my virtual machine. So to install Qt Creator here on the system, we need to execute sudo dnf install qt-creator. But if you're running a Debian-based operating system like Ubuntu or Linux Mint, we have to use apt instead, and there the package name is Qt Creator without the minus here. So sudo apt install Qt Creator will install us Qt Creator. Okay, cool. So now after Qt Creator is installed, let's open it up. And in your menu system, you should find Qt Creator now. So let me open it up. So this is the welcome screen. And what we want to do is we want to create a new project. So here we can make some settings. So by default, application Qt is selected, and this will give us a Qt application programmed in C++. But if we prefer Python, we can switch to Python too. But we'll go with C++ today. So I want a widget application here. There are other types available, but widget is okay for us. Okay. So next thing I have to do is I have to give it a name, and I will choose Hello Qt, and I have to specify a location where the project will be built, and I will choose my documents folder here. Then I can choose the build system. So by default it's CMake, but there is also QMake and QBS available, but I will just go with the defaults now. Then I will get some class information. So this wizard will create me a new class called main window. This will be based on QMain window. It will create me the header file mainwindow.h and the source file mainwindow.cpp. It will also generate a form file over which we can customize the look of our GUI, and the name will be mainwindow.ui. We can change something here, but for our first Hello World document I will just go with the defaults. Then we could add a translation file if we want to write an application which supports multiple languages, but I don't want this, so I will just go click next here. And this kit selection can be interesting for you. So for example, if you want to cross-compile a Qt application for another target system, like an ARM-based system for example, you can install a Qt kit for ARM and select it in here, and then the compiled version will be not available for your x86 processor, but for ARM. But here, all I have here is this Qt desktop kit here, which is compiled for x86, and as I'm running an x86 system, this is okay for me. Then we have a summary, what will be created, and we could even add a version control like git or subversion, but I don't need this here, so I will just click on finish. Okay, and here now this editor opens. So here we have the source code for our main.cpp file. Here we have our mainwindow.cpp and mainwindow.h file. This cmakelist.txt are the build instructions for this. And down here we also have our form file mainwindow.ui. Okay, so let's open up the form file by double clicking on it. So here we can we have our workspace, and we can drag in different elements like push buttons, lists, so on and so forth. First thing I will do is I will size this down a little bit, and I will add a push button here. With these three rectangles I can give the push button the whole width here which is available, and by double clicking I can change the label, and I will call it change color, because what this Qt application does is when I click this button, it will change the color of the button here. On the right hand side we have a list of all the objects in our main window. So here we have the central widget and we have the push button. So this is an object from the class QPushButton, and I will change the name to color button because this is what it is. And when I right click on it, I can go to slots. So slots are a kind of callback functions which are called on certain events. And here I can add a slot for clicked. So when I click the button, a function will be executed. So let's create this, and this jumps back into main-window.cpp. It creates a new method here, onColorButtonClicked, and here I can add the code. Okay, so the first thing I will do is I will declare a QString, which is the string class for Qt, and I will name it colors, and this will be an array with 4 elements. So the first element is orange, yellow, green, and red. So these are 4 colors, and when the button is pressed I will apply one of these colors here. Then I will need a color variable in my class which I have to declare, and I will increment this color variable by 1, and then I will end it with 3, and by ending it with 3 I make sure the color variable is always in the range from 0 to 3, which always points on an element here in this array. And then I will go to my UI, I will select the color button, and here I will use the method setStyleSheet to change the style sheet and therefore change the look and feel of the button. So from the QPush button I want to change something, therefore I will open this brace here, and I want to change the background color. And I will set it to colors color, and then I will add a semicolon, close the brace, and add a new line character here, and this will change the color of the button. Up here in my constructor I will set the color variable to 0, and I will set the color of the button initially to orange. So orange. Okay, this should do it. And of course I have to declare this color in the class header file. So here we have our new private slot, and here in the private section I will add a new variable called color. Okay, and one thing I want to do is I want to give the window a title. So here in this main function we're creating a new object from the class main-window. We show it and then we are executing the program, and before the show I will call the function set window title here, and I will call it Hello QT app. Okay, so that's it. So let me try to build it. Therefore I will click on this hammer here on the left hand corner, but I could also press Ctrl B, and I will save all the modified files. Now it's building it. It's green, so this looks good. So if I click here, I could run the application. If I click here, I could debug the application. I want to debug it, so let's click this. And now I have this window up here. And at default, the button is orange. And if I click on it, the color is changing. If I want to add a breakpoint, I just have to go to where I want the breakpoint. Let's say I want to have it here at the entry of this method here. And I just click left of the line numbers. And now if I press the button, yeah, I'm here. And with the symbols down here I can debug it. So this is step over, for example, and then yeah, this is executed and the color is changed. Okay, cool. So this is how to write a Hello World QT application with Qt Creator. I hope you've enjoyed the video and learned something. In case you want to support my work, you can buy my coffee on buymeacoffee.com/jonas4linux. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching and goodbye.